or organized that with the sound guy before this. They kind of stole one of my jokes. I told them to tell you guys that I wanted to live in 69 states eventually, but they didn't really want to say that. Anyway, I'd like to thank you guys for coming out tonight. Even if you're not here for me, this is easily the largest crowd I've ever performed in front of. At least I think it is. Upper deck, what's up, guys? Anyone up there? Hello. The second largest being me telling jokes into the mirror in my underwear while my roommate looks desperately online for a new roommate. So this is a nice little step up. But anyway, I went to the dentist over Kwanzaa break, and while I was there, he's talking to me, and of course he's doing the whole, "Hey, whippersnapper, bet college life is pretty crazy, huh? How about we get this crazy college kid some extra toothbrushes?" So now I have 8 toothbrushes. But to be honest, I don't really party that much. Like, I'm not in a frat, and they don't invite me to their parties because, as any female in the audience will tell you tonight, this whole pale, lanky, and awkward look, irresistible. You know, I get it, but... So I feel like I should have been straight up with my dentist, like, college life is crazy. You can say that again. Let me tell you about this party I was at last weekend. Picture this, you old geezer. Saturday night, 1 a.m. I'm in my room, alone, watching Mulan on Netflix. I've opened up my second jar of peanut butter, so you could say I'm going pretty hard, I guess. Oh, don't get me started on the chicks. Let me tell you about these chicks. They're all fast asleep on the complete opposite side of my dorm building behind a series of locked doors. So let's just say they want nothing to do with me, if you know what I mean. And just when you thought this rager couldn't get any more dope, cap the night off by crying myself to sleep in a pit of despair. What's up? So when they were setting this competition up, they asked all the contestants like what they need for their acts. Oh, Jesus Christ. And all the other acts are music related, so they're asking for like pianos and amps and first place acceptance speeches. And I felt kind of left out, so I asked for this stool. Hadn't really planned on using it, but I'm gonna do some live innovation for you guys here. I'm gonna give you guys some sit-down comedy, or a stool sample, if you will. So I'm 18 years old, and now that I'm technically an adult, I've noticed that I've lost a lot of the ambition that I had when I was a kid. Like, when I was younger, I was like, I want to be the first kid, or I want to be the first president to play basketball on the moon with his pet dinosaur. And as an adult, I'm like, I want to take a nap. Like, when I was a kid, I was like, I'm going to get straight A's this year. Like, as an adult, I'm like, I'm going to try to go to more than half my classes this week. As a kid, I was like, I want to date the cutest girl in the 5th grade. Now, as an adult, I'm like, I want to date the cutest girl in the 5th grade. So that felt weird. Not the pedophilia part, that's totally cool, but the sitting down just... So something people tell me a lot is, wow, Bobby, you look just like Denzel Washington. But something else they'll tell me is, they'll ask me about is like, how do I write these jokes? Like, how do I create comedy? And to be honest, comedy's surprisingly formulaic. Like, for example, relatable humor is shown to be very successful. So if you'll humor me for a moment, I'm going to employ it by talking about a situation in my life that'll easily be applicable to your own. You'll think back fondly on that moment, perhaps chuckle, and thus feel a personal connection to me, the speaker. So you can crown me the winner, and I can use the prize money to fuel my crack addiction. So, here we go. I think you 90s kids might enjoy this one. Remember when you were watching Pokemon and it'd go to commercial, and it'd show like a silhouetted Pokemon? Be like, who's that Pokemon? This isn't the funny part, chill. And then it'd look just like Pikachu, and you'd be like, yell at your dad, like, Dad, it's Pikachu. And he'd be like, shut up, kid, you're the reason your mom and I got a divorce. And then it'd come back and it'd be Bulbasaur, and you're like, Bulbasaur? I could have swore that was Pikachu, darn. Now, my parents aren't actually divorced, but they are getting a little bit older, as I'm sure your parents are as well, because time passes. And it'll be just little things that they don't even realize that they're saying or doing, just make them seem way over the hill. Like, the other day, my mom sat me down. She's like, you know, Bobby, this is going to be hard for me to say, but your father and I never truly loved you. We just took care of you until you were 18 because we had a legal obligation, and we're actually kicking you out of the house. And to that, I said, all right, Grandma. I'm surprised you even say that through your dentures. Now, hold on. Does Jurassic Park know they're missing a dinosaur? Do they? Do they? So, yeah, I've actually decided to move out just because they're so old. No other reason. Just can't handle how old they are. Rough life. But this is the thing that they rudely stole from me. I'm going to address an elephant in the room. The reason I'm so tan is because I lived in Florida for 10 years of my life. And when I lived in Florida, I often played golf with my friend and his grandpa, who I'll refer to as Gus, even though that's not his real name, as far as you guys know. And he had a little backstory on Gus is he had a very poor understanding of physics because he thought the ball was propelled forward based on how much he swore at it. And he constantly smoked as we played because he just couldn't choose between skin cancer and lung cancer. He's, I gotta have both. So anyway, one day we were playing, and we're on the 16th hole, and I already finished the hole, so I was sitting in the cart with a scorecard while they finished up on the green. And while I was updating the scores, a little pen, and Gus proceeded to have a stroke. And my friend yells at me, he's like, Bobby, Gus is having a stroke. I'm like, that counts, he's over par. I am in the lead, ha ha ha. No, I actually embellished that a little bit for humor purposes. In actuality, we had no idea what was going on because he had the stroke like mid-putt, and it just looked like a really bad shot, and he just walked back to the cart without saying anything, and I thought he was just upset about losing the hole, so I'm like, what's this, Gus? Giving us the silent treatment and frowning at us with half your mouth? Very mature. Can't say I like your attitude. If you think I'm changing your diaper after this, oh, okay, what's this? Now you're signing numbers to us? What's that, a 9, a 1, and another 1? No. The score is 54-58, sir. You should know that, all right? You know what? I'm done with it. Get out of the cart. You know, come play with us when you grow up, all right? Now, I know some of you guys are a little bit apprehensive to laugh at that one, you know, it being a joke about an old man having a stroke. But allow me to ease your conscience. Yes, I did end up winning that golf game. All right, that's my time. Thank you, guys. I'm Bobby Sullivan.
All right. Make some noise for Bobby Sullivan.